Hi there, this is Steve Vinciller with VIPidaho.com. My girlfriend Jody Gray and I run a real estate business. I wanted to put a real quick video together about struggling through this pandemic. I won't go into great detail, but I just wanted to say that I know that this country is changing, and I know that change is hard for some people, especially as we get older. Change is hard. Especially wanted to put out that this change I don't think is going to be going away. In fact, I know it won't. I know that the changes that have happened already in our daily lives, like shopping, for example, grocery shopping has changed. The schools have changed. People that are working home from teleworking is going to change. Not for everybody, but for most of us will change. So I think it's something that we all have to adapt to. The other part of that is I think if you're not contributing in some way to the economy, not to be rude or to be negative, but if you're not contributing in some way or trying to make things better, you're probably going to get left behind in this new what I would call new economy coming up. So it's already changed. It's going to get better. People are going to realize how efficient some of these technologies have been. I do know these been technologies that we are using now, like this video, for example, and then teleworking and stuff. I know for a fact that years ago there was talk on teleworking when reduction in footprint, most of them maybe bring costs down low, especially during a recession. People are thinking about how to reduce costs. But then the economy gets back up again. People are roaring like crazy, working, and we're making all kinds of money, and families are taking care of each other. And then those conversations go away. I don't think they haven't gone away totally. I think with this virus, I think it's brought it up, and it's forced us to implement those technologies. So moving forward, if you're not thinking about ways of improving what you do, your company, or if you're going to do your own thing, you're going to be left behind. If you're not trying to figure out how to take advantage of these technologies, you're going to be left behind. And I don't think going forward, in fact, I'm pretty confident, studying the marketplace where I live and what's going on around me, I'm pretty confident that that going to the store is going to change. I think schools, online schools, are going to impact schools, brick and mortar schools right now in a huge way. And I think teleworking is going to change too. I think once we understand how these technologies and how these efficiencies have impacted us and put time back in our lives, I think you're not going to go back. So if you're struggling right now due to a job loss or a layoff or whatever it is, you've got to figure out what skills that you need moving forward. You've got to learn some new skills, either through online courses, reading a book, watching videos, but you've got to find out what you're lacking, and you've got to gain those skill sets in order to be able to be successful down the road. I will say this, once this economy gets back up and running, and if you're one of the job, let's say a restaurant worker, hotel worker, whatever it is that you're non-essential, is as they call it, don't think their employer is going to call you back right away. Because psychologically, we've all been impacted by this virus because we're staying 6 feet away, we're keeping our cans disinfected, we're disinfecting everything, we're putting a freaking mask over our mouth so we don't breathe on somebody because this thing is so contagious. Think about that going on right now. And do you think going to a restaurant or going to a movie theater, do you think you're just going to go in there without having these thoughts in your mind of what you just got out of? I don't think so. I think what you're going to do is you're going to be a little fearful. I do believe that. I think time will help heal it, but I think we're all going to be fearful going into a movie theater. I know when I said going to a restaurant or going to a grocery store, staying in line, I've got somebody like a foot or two away from behind me, I'm gonna probably ask the guy to move back. I'm probably gonna this isn't right, man. But that's the change. Today I get to go pick up groceries from the store by showing up to the parking lot, calling a number, and they're going to bring it to me. I can tell you that's going to be huge. The pick up and go is going to be huge at a restaurant. So they're going to have to change and adapt to the demand on their business. So I'm getting that, telling you that because I know going forward, if you're not trying to improve a company's bottom line in some way, or improve your own life in some way, you're going to be left behind. And I don't want to see people lose their chance to do that if they don't do what's right. Whether you're starting a business or you're in a business trying to improve it, or you work for a big corporation where they laid you off, you have to think, this stuff that we've implemented is not going away, especially because people have seen the impact of the making things more efficient. What it's going to cause is the business models to change, to adapt to these new ways so that they can make these part of their deal. There will always be a store to go grocery shopping in. I'm not saying that they're going to go away, but what I am suggesting is that there won't be as many people in there, because when you can reserve a time to go pick up your groceries and you can buy a list of stuff in there, it limits your time in the grocery store. So when you go home and you have to go buy some milk, for example, or little things you forgot, that's like a 5-minute job versus being in there for a couple hours like I have been, and most people do when they go grocery shopping. So I want you to think about that. And that's what this video is really about, is adapting to the change. The change is not going away. It's going to be maximized because companies are going to see the benefits of technology, and schools are going to be looking at this thing really hard too. So these conversations that we've had several years ago over time on technology, they're being implemented now. And I promise you, when this is over and people see how efficient they were, it's not going to go away. So now you have to decide, what's my why and my purpose, and how am I going to provide to the economy so I can get paid for the value that I'm bringing? Because if you're not having ideas on making your company better, or you're not changing your skills to do higher level jobs, you might just be left behind. So consider that. Thanks for watching. I'll put some other videos out there, but I wanted to put that on my mind because it's Sunday for one, and I've been hearing a lot of stuff, reading a bunch of stuff, and this YouTube channel really is about impacting, influencing, and bringing some things to the table that you haven't otherwise thought of, and giving you a chance to see what we're doing. And we're impacted by all this too, and we're adapting to the change. So I know it's not going to go away. It's just you have to decide whether you're going to participate or not. And so I wish everybody well. I think we're going to make it through this, but just realize change has happened, and it's going to be up to you to figure out how you feel about change and what you're going to do about it. So I'll put some more content out there. Thanks for watching. If this finds any value, please share, subscribe, put comments down there. If you disagree with me, that's fine. It's a free country. You're allowed to do that. I don't have an issue with an argument. I study in-depthly. I look at things really hard. I look at what the big guys doing. I look at the little guys are doing. And I just see these changes that we've got going on are not going away. And you just have to understand that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.